but it is 10 p.m. That means it's midnight in Sydney, which means that the new crossword is up. It's Wednesday night. I'm gonna try to solve it now. I'm live on Twitch and I've got some followers here and we're all having a good chat, and this is all at once very exciting and confronting. So I'm going to try to focus and get through this crossword. It's a DP. This one's usually pretty solid. Never many complaints about the Wednesday, unlike Tuesday with the bad clues. Let's see how quickly we can do this. And we're off. All right, leave butcher shop. With this one, you vacillate. Okay, so when you vacillate, you damn, I can't even think of synonyms for it. You know, you're wasting time. You're kind of umming and ahhing, which means it's going to be a something and something, I reckon. Is it a beef and sausages, lamb and leave a butcher shop with this. Right, let's keep going. First of big birds or dogs. Genuinely seem never vacillate. Oh, it's a good word. First of big birds or dogs. So I think. Yeah, I know immediately. First of big is B, and the birds are eagles. And that gives you a dog. Alright. Rent thus as shown below. Rent thus as shown below. Rent is lease, so could be. Thus could be so. Rent could also be a tear or a rip, which is always a nice deceptive meaning for that. As shown below. This, not coming to me straight away. I like to just get through all the clues as quickly as I can, then they're all in my head for when I come back to them. Nicked when thanking Rosewall. Oh, there's going to be a famous Rosewall. Oh, I watched the Beverly Hills Cop series recently, so I got Rosewood in my head, but probably not who he's talking about, you know? Nicked when thanking. You know what? Thanking is tar. It's a common abbreviation, so I think Rosewall's going to be Ken, and that means nicked, which is taken. And we'll have to find out when we get some cross letters, but come on, must be. Course of study for a taxpayer. It's a course of study for a taxpayer. Hopefully this, with the question mark, it means it's a double meaning rather than study being den and then some other kind of charade, I guess you'd call them. Hey, tennis player, Ken Rosewall. Okay, thanks for that. It's good to know. Now I can learn all this stuff in real time instead of having to Google it later. Course of study. You guys are my researchers. No, nothing coming to me. Craft outcome could be hard, I know. You know what's good about this? Hardly any anagrams so far. Which is nice. Because they're always so obvious. Craft outcome could be hard, I know. Speak of the devil, though. Pretty sure hard I know. Anagram. What's a craft outcome? You know what? I need to see it all on one line. Makes it a little clearer. I think it's going to be a something work. Yeah, it's handiwork. There it is. That is the outcome of your craft. Anagram of hard I know. Dr. Shane Gray. I'm assuming immediately it's an anagram of Shane, and it'll give us either a shade of grey or a famous grey. Niche. Haynes. Ensha. Ashen. There it is. Right. It is slightly embarrassing having to show that thought process. Yeah, I just say gibberish until an actual word appears. A feature of intradiocesan media. Here we go. Yes. Yeah, it was what I was looking for, but in the wrong place. A feature is indicating a container clue. I keep pointing at the screen like you can see what I'm doing. Here, use the mouse, the virtual point. A feature is a container, and it's referring to radio, which is a form of media. Deals out a sort of speediness, but lacking energy. Okay, immediately I see sort of speediness means anagram of speediest, but lacking energy means you take the E out. So what is speediness going to become? Speediness, I think, deals out is going to be dispensers. There you are. Brilliant. Alright, general mark male, or just the opposite? General mark male. Or just... Oh! This came up in a Friday and it had me stalled till right at the end. So this is another great thing about the crosswords generally, is that even if it wasn't something you learned, it becomes a prompt for it. The general mark is antony, and male is just M, and it gives you the opposite, which is antonym. Wednesday, you did the Friday. Come on, you just ripped off a DA. That's lame. Write your own clues. Alright, in Paris, goodbye to a god. Oh, wait, let's see. Okay, so it could be goodbye in Paris, like au revoir. I don't think it's going to be. It could also be good in Paris, which is bon. And then bye to... I'm going to move on. A round wing, point of view. A round could just be a circle, a wing could be left or right. Point of view could be perspective. Flash out, remodeling Pup's Den. I don't think the literal is going to be Pup's Den. I think it'll be an anagram of that, meaning to splash out, which I guess is spend up. Is that a phrase? Or is that just something that fits? I guess it could make literal sense, but it's not an idiom per se, right? Moving on. With which they wreck a VW boot. With which they wreck. I assume it's going to be with which they wreck is the literal. A VW boot. Don't put it past a Wednesday to reuse clues. We saw the same thing in Tuesday as well. Listen, pick up Rosewall sound. Which way around does this go? I think the answer's hearken. Oh, to pick up. To pick up is just here. And then Rosewall sound is just Ken again. But, why the sound? 100% sure. Features, which smell? This is a Monty Python joke. My dog has no nose. How does he smell? Awful. Features are noses, and they smell, but he's trying to get the sense that they reek or are aromatic, but in this case they literally perform the sense of smell. Very good. Same black arrangement for picnics. I am going to infer that this is an anagram of same black, because arrangement is a pretty obvious signpost for that. What are picnics? Got a K. I'm assuming that has to be an E there. Can't really see it being anything else, which leaves us only A's. Oh, you know what? This is a word that I picked up. So this is being included as picnic now. Same black as an anagram becomes clam bakes. I learnt that from a crossword the other... must have been a week ago. Give joy to a Greek goddess. So to give joy is to please, I guess, to elate. A Greek goddess. I can't think of one off the top of my head. Not a 5-letter one anyway. Minerva? Not come to me. When each pays to tell one European to leave, there's going to be something punny in here. Ah, yeah, very much is. If you tell a European to leave, you're saying, go, Dutch. And to go Dutch means to split the bill. So there it is. Alright, look at all these cross letters. Look for the Cockney meat hanger. Okay, it looks like that's gonna be a butcher's something. Now, where does the Cockney fit in there? Is this a phrase that's not coming to me? It's definitely a butcher's something, but the Cockney obviously refers to taking the T off the top of a word. Dentist's extractions following day's last over. So we've got the last word here, 6 letters. Starts with an S, has P in it. What do dentists take out? Following day's last over. Hang on, this is going to be a cricket reference as well. Wait, is it a missing something? Stumps. It's going to be something stumps. Dentist extraction. What kind of stumps do dentists take out? Sorry everyone, I'm sure this is an obvious one, but it's just not coming to me straight away. Let's keep moving. Skin condition means I leave over a fast time. What are some skin conditions? I leave after, sorry. Oh, that makes more sense. Yeah, I just saw Lent, which is a fast time. that gets clued in so many different ways, but it's always something to do with starving yourself. I leave is I go, so let's go is a skin condition, which I've definitely heard of. Gunnery. Ah, thank you, Puzzle Master. Butcher's hook. Hang on a second. Tell me what you're doing there. Look for the cockney is just hook. And then a meat hanger is a butcher's hook. So meat hanger's the literal. Look for the cockney. Where's the rest of it though? I'm gonna keep moving. Gunnery includes Italy's first decree. Oh, gunnery. Oh no. Oh, I'm trying to think of the synonym for this. Includes Italy's first. A decree is going to be an ordinance, I think. Ah, that kind of gunnery. Ordnance is in explosives and shit. Cool. Men to swear over the years. Mean. I cannot read tonight. Mean to swear over the years. Mean. Oh. Mean in this context means the average. So to swear is in to insist on something, to aver. And then the years are just the age. Oh, we're talking like Cockney rhyming slang, not just butchers over there. Cockney rhyming slang is just, how did they conquer the planet, honestly? Held up, then go up to keep a log. You know, I'm going to take your word for it, because I can't see it being anything else, but it feels like they haven't given enough there. I mean, I say that because I didn't get it, but you did, so obviously they must have, but... See, if you weren't here, though, I'd be vindicated complaining about it. This is another reason I didn't want to do live stream. Help up, then go up to keep a log. Help up is going to be aid backwards, which is dia, and then go up to keep a log. What does it mean to keep a log? Does that mean you're constipated? Thank you. Is go going to be leave and then do that backwards? Keep a log. Oh, to keep a log, as in to journal. Not diagram. To keep a log of something, to record it. South wind covers the French cheat. South wind covers the French. Oh, it's every piece of it given to you. South is S. Wind. Wind here means wind. In case you missed that one. So wind, see how they've got wind in the answer and wind in the clue? Yeah, same. They mean the same thing. And then the French is just le, and you get swindle, which is cheat. He wanted more eccentricity. You know, I saw he wanted more and I immediately thought Oliver. That's a nice way to clue him. However, sadly, it is not that. He wanted more eccentricity. Wait, no, it is exactly that. It's Twist. It's his surname. Alright. Very well, DP. You win this round. Tom is erratic. That's an anagram. A bit like Scrooge? No, it's not an anagram. I'm getting too cocky. It's a bit of it, which is miser. And that's what Scrooge is like. This is nearly done. Yeah, hopefully I can keep this under 25. Oh, of course it's goodbye in Paris. It's just not au revoir. That means I'll see you again. This is adieu, which is... I assume... Oh, is... A god is adieu. I assume that's also the French word, because it's very similar to the Latin word for god. So it's a god, which means goodbye. But isn't that literally why they say adieu, to mean goodbye? Like, to go with God or something? Feels a bit redundant. But again, that's just because I'm a crabby old man, and I don't like any of these except the Friday. Why am I doing them? A round wing point of view. Well, this will be an opinion, and don't really care to find out why. What's 27 across, with which they wreck a VW boot? Is this going to be a Beetle? Yeah, your VW. Your VW is going to be a Beetle. What did we call them? We called them punch buggies. Opinion must be part of a wing. It's the kind of thing I learn from doing a crossword, but it's not valuable to me, so I dismiss it. Yeah, it's the same clue. Adieu means to God, and then you just clue it again. I bet he felt real clever being like, I've noticed something that these French haven't realized. They've got the word God in their word for goodbye. And I'm going to put that in a crossword. Well done. You're a genius. Course of study for a taxpayer. That'll be, that is, I'm very uncomfortable with taxpayer being clued for subject. I mean, this ain't feudal times. I am not the government's subject. I'm a citizen. I have rights. Not a fan. Rent thus as shown below. To rent thus, to rent something, I guess, is to tear asunder. How very matrimonial of you to say. So as, and then shown below, is just under. Ah, that is cute. Yeah, so you leave the butcher shop with a chop, a single chop. You know, when you go to the butcher's and you buy a single chop and you pay for it with a note instead of exact change. And you chop and change, which means to vacillate. You know how everyone goes to the butcher and does exactly those two things all the time. It's good. I'm not saying it doesn't work. It's very mathematical in how unrelated to reality it is. But fine. It's a perfectly fine clue. I'm not upset about it at all. Give joy to a Greek goddess. Okay, this isn't a particular one. It's just generally what we called them, which were muses. So a muse and a muse. Again, that feels a little bit similar to adieu, where it's just like, I've noticed something very clever here. The word muse appears in the word amuse. So I'm going to put that in a crossword, and I'm going to be very clever. Everyone's going to think I'm quite smart for having worked out this thing that is the very derivation of the meaning of the word. Dentist extractions. All I can see is broken stumps. What else happened to your stumps? No, it's not going to be pop up because it's got to be A, just with those. What's it? Oh, to rise. Rise is go up. Okay, so it's not another word backwards. That's a good red herring there. To diarize, of course, as in to keep a diary, not a journal. Beetle cruncher, with which they wreck. What's a boot? What kind of boot? Is it going to be a trunk? Beetle trunker? Beetle crusher? Look, is a boot a crusher? Puzzle Master, you still here? I got nothing for this. And I feel like I'm just going to sit on it for too long. Dentist extractions. It might be an ing, with which they wreck. Hang on, is it maybe a beetle crusher? Is a type of boot that I've never heard of, and with which they wreck a VW. Like, if you were going to wreck a VW, you'd put it in a crusher. If you were crushing a beetle, you could call it a beetle crusher, and maybe that's kind of boot. Oh, is it a British term? Good. Interesting. Learning in real time. Dentist extractions. What happens to them? What kind of stumps do you take out? Ray. Oh, Brycus. Very good. Oh no, yes I am stumped. That's how apropos. That is funny. It's not helpful, but it is funny. Someone else do this. You draw stumps at the end of the cricket. Yeah, sure. Oh, you draw dentist extractions. Drawing stumps. Hang on, is that? Arguably, they're different tenses. Dentist extractions, that is a noun, but the drawing of stumps, the gerund being, alright, brilliant. See, again, when you get a clue like that, it does feel a little anticlimactic to be like, dentist extractions being literally clued as drawing stumps. It's as if the stumps themselves, in the context of that phrase, have been made to be drawn. The same way a smoking jacket is a jacket made for smoking. These stumps that are your teeth are made to be drawn, so they are your drawing stumps. So I have trouble marrying the sense of those two things together. But yeah, following the days last over, you are definitely drawing stumps. It's a mixed blessing when you have someone else to be like, yeah, that was a bit shit. It's like, yeah, it was. What do we do about it? Because I've been meaning to actually write to the Herald to tell them they got to update their iPad app because it's infuriating. There's so many bugs with it, and the guy who writes the Mondays, he has a website and he uploads his crosswords to that. You can subscribe for like $5 a month or something and do all of his things. And he's got a better interface that he's set up on his own than the national paper does. And it blows my mind because I'm like, surely there's someone who wants that gig. Surely you've got a budget. It's a one-off fix, you know. But the reason I don't write to them to say it is because I'm aware of the deep boomer energy it has to write to someone and just be like, now listen here, Sonny. I do the crosswords every day, and I don't like the app on the iPad that I have to do it on. It's counterintuitive. I'm not a fan. Yeah, well, here we are again at the end of a very underwhelming crossword. I probably should have solved faster. But this was really fun. This does make it a lot more fun when I got people chiming in. I'm going to have to cut out all the chat. It's just going to be me having a one-sided conversation. And if I leave even a single bit of it in, I will look insane. All right, definitely keep this up. If you're into this, I guess I'll see you tomorrow night.